Oh. Hey everybody. I know this looks different. This is Kitty London. I know you know who I am, but anyway, I just had to say that. I am sitting next to Adrienne. Is it Sifontes?
It is.
Good. Yes, I got it right. I wanted to make sure I had it right. For people who are just joining us, when you do chime in, this is the People of Power. I know it looks weird. Normally, I am in a studio, but I told you that I was going to start doing on location. Hey Lindra. So here I am, beautiful home, and this is what the People of Power show is all about. I like to highlight movers and shakers, CEOs, people who are doing big things, and I am sitting next to a powerhouse, and yeah, I'm in awe right now. No, I am. And I believe that you have to give credit where credit is due. And when I was reading Adrienne's bio, it was kind of like I was reading my own bio, but just with your name in it.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who are going to be chiming in, please feel free to ask Adrienne anything that you want. This really is a motivational moment because a lot of people right now are stuck in a situation that they feel like it's something more for me. I want to do more, but I don't know what my purpose is, or I'm getting that itch. Like I've been getting that itch for the last 2 years now, right, that I wanted to do something more. Hey, Dexter, that I wanted to do something more in my life. I just didn't know what it was. I wanted that, like, God is telling me something. I'm sitting on this job. I really don't like it. I'm not happy. I'm just here for a paycheck. And I said, hey, Charles, so I want you to kind of just let people know who you are real quick. And then we're going to go into how you got started and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Adrienne Sifontes. I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, now living in Delray Beach. And essentially, I am a former overworked, underpaid corporate America executive who decided that enough was enough and I wanted more.
Right. And you said, when I read the bio, you worked in, is it hospitality?
I did. I was in the hospitality industry for over 17 years.
Wow.
So hotels, hotels don't close. They're, 24 hours a day. They never close, open on holidays. So you're working holidays. It's like a hospital, right? And so I never had a break. And even when I was in management, I thought, I'm going to get to the ivory tower. And it just wasn't what I thought it would be, right? It was like more hours, less time, no longer getting paid hourly. You're on salary, so you're doing more. Right. And I was just miserable.
And when you say 17 years, because like me, I've been on my job right now for 15 years. Hey, Timothy. And when you think of being on the job for so long, people would assume you're happy.
Right.
Why would you be on the job for 15, 17, 20 years and you're not happy? And that was the question that, you do have to ask ourselves. Like, we complain about jobs, but why are we still doing it? So what was the light bulb that went off in your head to say it's enough?
Right. So like a lot of people that may be watching, I was taught that you go to school, you get a degree, you get a good job, and that's how you live, right? Like that's the formula. And what happened is I came out of school with a lot of debt. I came out of school just thinking like I was going to run to the top of this corporate America chain. And that didn't happen. That's not how the world works. That's not how my job works. I figured out that I was miserable, and I thought like, I'm going to come out of school and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I hated my job. And so year after year, I'm working, I'm flipping resumes. I'm always trying to find the next best because I was never happy in the position that I was in. And I was like, not only am I constantly looking for new positions, but I'm broke. I'm living check to check. I'm sitting in traffic, literally thinking about how I'm going to pay my debt. I'm going to get out of debt. And I knew it was just like a vicious cycle. It's like traffic, commute, work, home. Traffic, commute, work, home. Broke more month than money. So I decided that like, sis, you don't have any more time, right? Like you need a life vest. You need to do something different. And you need a break, and a part-time job wasn't going to cut it. And so I decided that I needed to do something that was untraditional, and I decided to launch a home-based business.
Okay. Now it's funny because we can make good money and still said that. So you started the home-based business, and what was that business called?
So the home-based business is within the network marketing industry. And so typically people hear network marketing and they run because, right, it has a negative perception. A lot of people don't know people that have really made money in network marketing. People think, is it a scam? Is it a pyramid? Oh my gosh, here she comes again selling some products. And so, right, like that's probably the first thing you hear when somebody's like, I started a business, you're selling something. And so my business was a health and wellness business. And how I fell into it really is because I tried a product that I needed. It worked. And I was like, wow, those results were amazing. I ended up sending some before and after pictures to a couple of my girlfriends. And they were like, where did you get that product? And I was like, hold on a minute. So that's kind of like when my light bulb went off. I was like, you know what?
You can sell this,
right,
and it's good.
Become the broker instead of the consumer. It makes more sense, and so that's what I did. I decided to become a distributor, and the rest is history. Okay. But you know, I needed a way to bridge my gap of income. So when I launched my business, I was just looking for an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. That helps me pay credit cards down, it helped groceries, it helped with rent, it helped with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice little extra income.
Yeah, and I wasn't even of the mindset when I started my business that I was going to make millions of dollars. I just said, I need an extra $1,000. And that's what I did. So in my first month, I made over $1,000 and I was like, okay, there might be something to this. But that was like the bridge that I needed because I didn't have time to go to a job and trade time for dollars again. I didn't have time to leave my job after 14 hours and go to another part-time job to make a little bit of money. And so network marketing allowed me to be able to build a business from my smartphone around my life and around the things that I was already doing. And so that's why it made sense to me.
Now, and you're right, when you said network marketing, it does. People, they're in your inbox and they're like, oh, you can make fast money, you can do this, you can do, and it does put a negative connotation on the whole business. What would you say for people, you know, what type of person should you or do you need to be successful in that type of business? Like, I mean, you need to be a go-getter, obviously. Yeah. But is it a certain type of person that follows?
You just need to be ambitious. You need to want more. I talk to people every day and they're like, I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to sell people stuff. I don't want to be soliciting people in inboxes. But what I always say is I found products that I love. I found a product line that I absolutely love. Our company is a wellness company. So we sell wellness, lifestyle, weight loss products in a full skincare line. And so if you're out and about and you're losing weight, your waist gets snatched, your hair starts growing from the hair, skin, nail supplement, or your skin is flawless, people are going to notice that, right? So the network marketing is really about influence and sharing. We're influencers in our own right, every single person. And so if you're able to get over yourself and influence people through whatever business it is, doesn't have to be this wellness business, but you influence people by just sharing things that you love or things that are helping you and your family. So for me, it was a product that was helping me get back in shape. It was a product that allowed my waist to come back where it needed to come. It was about a skincare line that made me look like I was 18 again, you know, and products that allowed me to feel great. And so when I talk about that, people are naturally like, oh, what are you doing? What are you using? So they're in my inbox as opposed to me being in their inbox. And that's where it looks different. I never tell people you're going to make, you know, it's quick money, it's fast money. I don't want to sound like a scam. But if you work, if you follow the steps, because it's a very simple system, you'll make money. And that's all I did. So I think just be authentic. Don't start your business and say you're going to make $1 million next year and try to bring everybody with you. If you do, great. But I think just be authentic and be bold and work like you work your job. You know, people don't have a problem going working 40, 50 hours a week hard for somebody else, but then have a problem coming home, sending a few messages and sharing a few pictures, you know, on social media when they get home, you know, from their full-time business. And so for me, it just made sense. We're all on our phones every single day. Anyway,
we are
every single day,
and we are salespeople. You know, I used to use that line because I do. I don't like to feel like I'm selling a product, but I know when you do like a product, you become the ambassador of that product.
Exactly.
You know, just like I love Mac. I don't sell Mac because we can't sell it legally, but I will push Mac and tell people if you want a great makeup, you need to go to math, and this is what you're going to get, and this is, so you're right. You don't have to be a salespeople, but you have to believe in the product.
Yeah.
And, not to like talk too much about, because I want to talk more about your hustle and your ambition, because that's what really made me want to come and sit down with you, because it's serious. But I'm going to talk real quick about this rap now, because I was reading about it. I'm like, So you said you did notice a difference, and it made you feel a lot better.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the wrap is a site-specific product that tones, tightens, and firms loose skin. It's not a weight loss product. So there's a misconception like all you need to do is just eat well and exercise. Yes, you should absolutely always eat well and exercise. But this is a product that helps tighten loose skin. It helps your skin, your stretch marks look better. And as a new mom, I can honestly sit here and say,
and congratulations, new mom.
Thank you. I can honestly sit here and say that it works. It absolutely works, because I used to work out a lot, right? And I can tell, I talk to trainers all the time, and I'm like, let me just share something with you. You can work out and you can eat well, but that loose mommy skin,
it doesn't go anywhere.
I don't care how many weights or squats you do on your belly, it doesn't go anywhere. And so this product absolutely, even before I was a mom, changed my life, and it's continuing to do so now, even in this stage of my life. So it absolutely works. And it's super healing for your skin. I love it. It's a body contouring product. You can use it at home. So yeah, that's our magic product, and that's how I fell into this business.
And so for people who are looking, they want to know, like, how do I get, hey Kenneth, hey Tony, hey everybody who's watching, so how do we get this product?
So you can contact me on Facebook. You can get in my inbox, or come to my website, which is www.tautandtoned.com. TAUT and toned, TONED.com.
Okay. Now, for people who are on the People of Power show, if you look on the page, I did put a video from Adrienne, which I think most people need to see, and it's called Authentic You. I think it's called Being Authentic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
And the reason why is because you touched on a lot, and I think when you're trying to find yourself and you're becoming you kind of drift off to what they're doing or what someone else is doing, because if they're getting a lot of views or they're getting a lot of this, you try to, but it's all about being who you really are at the end of the day. Because I know, hey Clinton, hey Marion, if you and I want you to kind of talk about the video a little bit too. I just love some of the things that you said, but for social media, for example, getting used to being in front of the camera, a lot of people are shy away from it, and it's like one of the best tools that you can use as a business, because people get to know who you really are.
Right. Yep.
And they get to sit. So can you kind of talk about your video? Because I have it on there, so I want people to go back and look at the video.
Okay.
Just kind of the points that you...
I'm like, what was I talking about?
being you.
Just being authentically
yes.
here. Yeah. I mean, I think it's the key to running a successful business and just feeling comfortable in your own skin, because it's so easy to look left and right, just like you said, especially on social media. You're like, oh, what is he doing over there? What is she doing? Oh, that looks like it's working. And people will constantly try to reinvent themselves to be somebody that they're not. And what I truly believe is that everybody has a tribe. You have somebody that is looking for something that you have to offer, something that, some value that you have, or some similar interests. And so I always say, just stay in your own lane, right? Be bold, be authentically you. Don't look to the left and to the right. And use social media as a tool, as a catalyst to grow your business, to grow your brand, to grow awareness for whatever you have to share, because video marketing is 800 times more effective than just doing a Facebook post. And so if we're not using social media right now, if we're not using videos as a way to share with people and offer value on a global level, you're losing, especially if you're a business owner.
Right.
Yeah, it's so key.
And Clinton says so true. And it is true. And the thing I wanted to also talk about being authentic is, I know a lot of people are, from what I get, they're trying to find their way right now. And I don't know why, but 2018, I claimed, I'm like, this is the year of the underdog. this is the year that people who have been scratching at the surfaces, people who have been trying to make it, people who have been grinding, it's going to pay off this year. I don't know where this is coming from, but this is what I feel. And I said that in the beginning of the year. I'm like, this is the year that people are going to finally make it. And it's going to be the people that we least expect. You know how you have people who have big followings and you're like, oh, but it's going to be the people that have been grinding under the surface. And I said that, and I'm a Patriots fan. I don't know who you go for, but okay. Well, I'm a Patriots fan. I have to keep it true. Because I was born in Boston, so I'm a Patriots by blood. But it was so funny because the Eagles were the underdogs, and their story behind it, that this is their first. So it's kind of hurt as I was that we didn't make it. I was really happy. Because I said, you know what? I claimed that this year was going to be the year of the underdogs. And I just want to have people to continue to be inspired because, like when you were talking about working at a job for so long, didn't you ever feel like this is it? Like, God, that this world has to offer. And it gets you depressed when you're working at a job every single day and you're like, this is it. And you get people who actually feel that way. Like I have people who are at my job and they're like, I can't do anything else. And I'm like, you just basically spoke defeat on your life.
Yeah. They put the lid on, they put the lid on themselves. It's just like, the story of like the flea trainer. There's a story of the flea trainer. And do you know how to train fleas? Have you ever heard of that?
No. I don't even like fleas. Look, fleas make me
I don't like fleas either. But to train fleas, you put them in a jar. Right, and you put a lid on a jar, and they pop up. They pop up. You can leave the jar of fleas there. Come back a week later, take the lid off, and they will never go above that lid because they've been trained. And so I always talk about being the flea trainer, meaning we have to learn how to rise above our limits and take the brakes off, take the limits off, and know that the things that you want to accomplish in life. There are no limits. You have to believe in the possibilities, but we've been trained as fleas sometimes in a way. And I'm going to use that example because when you start thinking a certain way and you start doing, so you're in a job for 15 years, you haven't promoted, you're doing the same thing, you're in the same struggle, you're in the same cycle, you start believing that that's all you can do. So all you do is right here. Even if somebody took the lid off, all you're going to do, you're not going to go any further. It's like the fleas. It's like being a flea trainer. And so I feel like we have to stop limiting ourselves with our own beliefs, right? Because 70% of the things that we say are between us and us. They're between our own ears. Right. And so we kind of self-sabotage sometimes. And so it really, not only does it take belief in self and to know that there's something else for you, but we really gotta believe it. We gotta believe it, and we have to talk to ourselves every single day because it's very easy to get defeated.
No, you're right.
It's very easy to get defeated,
and especially when you're first starting out any project or business or whatever. You expect, you're like, well, I believe in myself. I know I got this great product, but why aren't the people coming? When are they going to come, God? You told me to do this and what's going on? And then it's like, how did you, because I'm sure when you first started, it wasn't just like immediate takeoff.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you have to grind. And the thing is, what people see on social media is mostly the shine. Most people don't see the grind. Most people don't see the late nights. Most people don't see the bags under your eyes. Most people don't see all of the no's that you get during the day. And you got to go for the no. And I believe that we live in this popcorn microwave society where people want this instant gratification. So we also have to talk to ourselves and know that the work we're doing is good. We have to sow the seeds to reap the harvest. And that doesn't always happen the next day. Right. Most times it doesn't. So you have to know that if you're going to commit and dedicate yourself to growing your brand, to growing your business, you have to stay in it, even when it gets tough. When it gets tough, that's exactly when you have to stay in it, because usually people quit right before their breakthrough. Usually people quit.
You get broken. You start to break before
you start
the breakthrough.
To break. Exactly.
You get broken down.
Exactly.
I mean, and it's like life takes a whole, it could be a relationship. It could be your job.
Yep.
It can be your health. It could be your finances, but something is going to be attacked before the breakthrough.
Yep.
throw you off.
Absolutely.
And it's so funny because I wrote a song about testimony, and it's like it's kind of like I wrote my future. I'm like, did I jinx myself? Did I put all that in atmosphere? Mm-hmm. And now I'm being tested. And you're right. And I'm glad you said that, because I'm sitting in Miss Adrienne's house, and her house is beautiful. Okay. And I say this because, you walk in a house and you're like, oh, wow, like a mini mansion. But I remember reading your story, and you talked about pre-foreclosure. Not this one, but this was before. Yeah. And you talk about the glory, but it's like you got a story. And that's what I like to hear. Yeah. And this is the whole reason why I like the people of power, because I like to hear people's, did they ever get a car repossessed?
Yeah. They came to my job looking for me, looking for my car.
Oh, I'm not going to laugh.
Girl, to my job. I'm like, what?
Is it really?
To my job. Yeah. They almost came and took my house. Like, I've been there. Like, I've been there. Mm-hmm. Been there, done that. 400 credit scores, all of it. All of it. All of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that could have broke me. You know what? It did. It broke mm-hmm. me. It broke me to the point where I said, sis, talking to myself, mm-hmm. you got to do better. Mm-hmm. You have to do better. You have 2 freaking degrees.
Right.
Okay? You know what to do. You got to do better. And so I decided that I wanted more for my life, because it just wasn't going to cut it.
So you think it's almost kind of like that thing where you almost have to get rock bottom to wake up and say, I got to have more. I want more. This is not.
Yeah. I mean,
it's kind of sad when you think about it, right?
It is. I mean, it may not have to be the rock bottom that's my rock bottom, mm-hmm. but I think you have to hit your head and bump your head enough times to want something different. Because if there's no struggle, you don't even know that you need something different. Everything can't be great. You have to fail forward to succeed. And if there's no failure, what are you working towards? Mm-hmm. So for me, that's what I needed. It was mm-hmm. like, you need to get your life together. What's going on?
For everybody who just joined the show, I'm sitting next to Adrienne Sifontes. I like to say that, right? Self-made. Well, you can say it.
I don't say self-made because I have a whole team behind me.
Okay, and talk about that a little bit too. Yeah, you have a team that.
I have a whole team of people mm-hmm. Behind me. But I will say I was self-motivated.
Self-motivated. Okay.
I think that's what you need to get started. A lot mm-hmm. of people stop at the start. Meaning mm-hmm. they don't even get going because they're too busy thinking about it, researching it, mm-hmm. praying about it.
Lord is gonna come, but I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm just saying we can pray about it, but we can't pray about it for 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to see, if you have a situation and you're talking, let me pray about, like, okay, well, I'm talking to you now in 2020 and you're telling me the same thing you told me in 2017. So that's what I mean. Like, we can't keep asking for God to bring us these opportunities and we don't move our feet.
Mm-hmm. Was it faith as outworks?
It's dead.
Okay.
And I truly believe.
Thumbs up if you believe that. Yes. Hearts if you believe faith without work is dead. Okay.
Absolutely. And I believe that he will nod his head yes mm-hmm. for you starting, but you getting involved, you getting off your feet, you executing is mm-hmm. when God gets involved. And that's when he, because give him all the praise, but it's like, we got to get started. We can't keep saying, I need, mm-hmm. I want, but we don't move our feet. He gave you the vehicle. You got to mm-hmm. move your feet. Money don't fall off the trees. Opportunity doesn't fall off the trees. Mm-hmm. The doors don't open. And we have to also learn to be servant leaders in whatever business we're doing, because I think sometimes a lot of people are running for the dollars, running for the money, and don't understand that when you serve, the money will always be there. So make sure that you're taking care of your business partners, you're taking care of your customers, you're taking care of your business, mm-hmm. And the wellness of whatever it is you're doing, but that you care about the people, because the money will always be there. And when you go for that fast money, sometimes that's a one-time shop. I would rather take care of somebody, right? And have them refer, have a sustainable business mm-hmm. than do somebody dirty or go for quick money, not care about them, and have a one-time sale.
Amen.
That's short money. I'm going for long money.
And we were talking about that. Sometimes everything can't be about money.
Yep.
And it's more, people tell you, oh, well, it's a business at the end of the day. And I'm sorry because I'm choking a little bit. But anyway, you know what? Wait a minute. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm praying it off. So, since I'm going to get to it. But we say that money, money, money. But if you love it, you don't do it for money. The money will come. I'm a firm believer of if it's your passion, if God gave it to you.
If you help enough people, the money will come. Absolutely.
Hey, Izzy's a pastor, so he knows this. So when you said you have a team, can you elaborate on how many people is it a lot?
Yeah, my organization now is over 17,000 people. Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, it's huge, but I don't know all these people, right? And that's the power of network marketing. That's the power of leverage networking. That's the power of residual income too. So, like I said, you keep going. You'll find those people that will help grow your business. You'll find more people to help, and the more people they help, like I said, the money will always be there. But I have a really large team, so I never say like I'm a self-made millionaire, but I am self-motivated, right? And it's
well, she's a self-motivated millionaire. I had to put millionaire in there because let me tell you, that's an honor to be able to say that. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Be better.
Well, you know what I mean. Close or whatever, and I just I love to see people like you. You're still grounded. You're still humble, I can tell, in your spirit. And I love that because so many times we wanna ask people, like, how did they do? We see these fine, and sometimes I see people in the phantoms, especially African Americans, and I'll say, I want to know, how did you, and I'm not trying to be, nosy, but at the same time, when you see it, you want to know, because it's like, what did you do? Like, tell me the secret. Tell me, what do I need to do to be that? And I think when people like you are transparent, you're going to get your blessings because you could have said, oh, I did it the way I did it, and you keep it moving. But you're so transparent with your story and your struggles. And I want to applaud you for that because we need transparency. Because we got viewers out there who, they may be overdrawn on their account.
Yep.
They may be bill collectors calling them and, wanting to know when they're going to get their next payment and they can't answer the question. But then they're thinking, I'm never going to be this person. But then when they hear people like you who's like, I've been there and I'm still grinding, I'm still rising, that's like motivation for me.
Yeah.
To know it's happening. And when I was going to tell you about the team, before you got the team, you had to make that decision for Adrienne to say, I need it. And did you have people to kind of fall off in your life? Like maybe the people who just...
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's necessary. I didn't know that it was necessary at the time, but I was really excited when I found this opportunity because I was like, I can rock this out. Again, I just wanted an extra $1,000 a month, but I knew I was excited about the opportunity because I could do it from my phone. But I had people that didn't believe in me. I was discouraged. I had people that were like, what are you doing? I had those people that are like, oh, network marketing. I had people that were like, oh, you'll be, she'll be finished with that in about 6 weeks. So yeah, there were definitely people that were negative and I had to cut them off. Some of them just fell off. Then I started, actually doing something in the business, being successful, and I think people sat back like, she actually did what she said she was going to do.
She really did that. Yeah, she did it.
But the key was I actually, after probably my first 3 months, after my third month, I was like, I just kept hearing it so much. Like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Are you really going to do this thing? But I came back. So I had a little month hiatus, and then I came back probably a month later, and I just decided I need this for me and my family. I want to build a legacy. I want to be able to create my own retirement plan. I want to be able to take care of my future children. I want to be able to not, have bill collectors calling me every single day. I want to be able to.
I know that feeling.
I wanted more for me. I needed a higher credit score. Credit score, like I needed to pay off bills. It was never going to be, so everything was connected to me just succeeding and wanting more. And once I turned that switch on, nothing could stop me.
So when you first realized and it sunk in that you're like, I am a millionaire. Like, I'm speaking this in my, so I want to know, what did you say to yourself? Like, was it I don't know, was it a surreal feeling when you actually were able to say, this is who I am now, along with being who you are? But you understand what I'm like? Because, when you come from struggle, that's like, if I won a Powerball tomorrow, okay, and I'm like, listen, I would be like, I'm really amazed. Like, this is really happening. I made this happen.
Yeah, I think since it wasn't like overnight, every day is a blessing for me. Like, every day that I'm in this business, that I have the opportunity to help people improve their lives, their wellness, their wealth. Because that's what I do on a daily basis. I get up, I'm thinking about how many people can I help today. Okay. Every day I can do that. It's a blessing. And every day I can also just stay home with my son and not have to send him to daycare and just watch him grow up. That's a blessing too. So I don't wake up like, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. I just wake up like I'm blessed, but it is surreal because we have been in a different place. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is surreal, but I'm blessed every day. If he doesn't do anything else, for me, he's already done enough.
That's true. And when I was coming here, I was thinking of something. I was like, I wanted to pray before I came. Traffic was crazy, and I said, you know what? I want to walk away from the interview, knowing something that I didn't know before. And you just kind of answered. You probably didn't even know you answered it, but you really kind of did. Because, when you don't have something, you're like thinking, oh my gosh, like, how does it feel to have it? But you answer the question because it's not really about the money. You're blessed to be able to do things and still see, like you said, have a child and see him grow up and don't have to worry about daycare. And this is why we should even work harder, because to get the things that we want. But I was thinking of, you ever saw like a rocket like go up in space, and you notice that all these things that fall off of the rocket before it gets to its destiny, and I think a lot of that is like our baggage or our friends and our relatives. And all that's not really needed to get to our destination. Not at all. And I think like a lot of people, hey, thumbs up. Hey, Keisha getting thumbs. That's another future millionaire, Nikisha from Freeman Jewelry. Hi, Nikisha. I think that's another thing that we need to realize is when you make the decision to go for what you're going to go for, you can't think about anybody and anything else. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. Because I'm sure if you would have listened to the naysayers and the critics and the and the no's.
I would have quit by now. You have to surround yourself with the doers and the believers and the dreamers. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but it's absolutely what you have to do. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people. You have to continue to pour into yourself with self-development too. That's so huge. You have to consistently be learning because your income level will never exceed your education level, meaning not your degrees, but your personal development. It will never.
And I'm not sure which video, because I did watch a couple of your videos. Got a new fan. You said that every day, let me quote me if I'm wrong, every day you read a book or you listen to someone for 30 minutes?
Yeah. Okay. So I read, I try to read at least 15 pages a day of whatever book I'm on. And I do 30 minutes of self-development per day. It's a must. Like webinar, podcast, it's a must because you have to continue to fill yourself. For me, it's business stuff. So it's marketing, it's personal development. Sometimes it's motivation. But we need that. We need to fill our cup. There's absolutely no way that we can pour into others if our cup's not full.
Right. And your cup have to run it forward. They say, hey, can you rock it? Mission Mindset. That's a new t-shirt line. Oh, okay. New t-shirt line. Okay. She's talking about the analogy I used about the rocket. Yeah. But when you think about that, it's like, I thought about that. I'm like, before a rocket goes up, it loses a lot of extra material. Yeah. And by the time it's gliding in space where it's supposed to go, it's so low. It's all that extra baggage is gone. And it didn't even need it. But for whatever reason, it was on it before it went up. And I just thought about that. But I thank you. I want to thank you for just sitting down and, like I tell people, be around like-minded people. It's not even about what a person has, but what a person can give you as far as knowledge. Because
you're the sum of 5 people. You're the sum of 5 people.
Some of 5 people?
Right. Yeah. So your top 5, like you got to ask yourself, who's your top 5? Who are the top 5 people that are in your space? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what rubs off on you, right? So if your top 5 aren't where you want to be, if they don't have the mindset, if, you know, they're not trying to even grow going where you're trying to grow, it's really going to be hard for you to level up. My top 5, like I always say, I never want to be the person in my group that makes the most money or is the smartest. I want to be the dumbest and
because if you want to be the weakest link.
Yeah, because you always want to learn and elevate, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So you are the sum of your top 5. So I truly believe in that. Just like you said, you have to be around like-minded people. You have to. And it's non-negotiable.
Right now, I'm in a space, and I'm speaking for me, and I know some people say like, yeah, I'm feeling that way too. I'm kind of in a space right now where I'm kind of separating myself from a lot of things because I'm kind of revamping who I am. And sometimes a lot of other things are distractions.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like, if I'm building a house and my neighbor's building a house and I'm worried about, well, how is he painting his living room or what nail is he using? My house is never going to get built because I'm too worried about his house.
Yeah.
And I just I'm kind of like going back now and saying, you know, this is the things I want to do and how do I do this? But I do know one of the formulas is, like you said, to be around like-minded people, to be around people who want you to win, genuinely want you to win, because it's a lot of people who will be in your circle who really don't want you to win. But it's kind of like watching the train wreck. Like, I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. I don't want to, you know, they really want you to lose, but it's kind of like, I'm just going to be around just long enough. She wins, I'm good. If she loses, I'm even better. And they get that discernment because, and I've been blessed to be around a lot of positive women lately. I don't know if God is just putting people in my circle for a reason, but these women are go-getters. So I tell you, go get you a go-getter.
Yeah.
Because they motivate you. If they're lazy, you're lazy. It's like two negatives don't make a positive.
No, man.
Right? So anything else that you may want to, because the good thing about it is, hey, Tiffany, hey, Fred, Nikisha said she liked that. I don't know what you said, but she liked it. She said something else. Be around like-minded. Yes, is not good. And Carolyn is another entrepreneur. She teaches women proper etiquette. So that's a great thing because that's actually a missing piece right now with a lot of the young ladies. You know, how to sit, poise, and
sometimes the older ladies.
The older ladies too, but you know, sometimes set in their ways, so they're not changing anything. Yeah. But yeah, these are all the people, like I said, these are like-minded people that want to see other people win. So kudos to you ladies. But I just wanted to say, like I said, is anything else that you think you may have?
You know, just imagine the possibilities. I always say, like, when you're building your business, again, just keep sowing those seeds, sowing those seeds. Sometimes it's going to feel like nothing is happening. And you might be in a season where nothing is happening immediately, right? It just, it doesn't happen like that. But the harvest will come. Just keep sowing, keep working towards your goals, and be consistent. You know, if you're building your brand, if you're building your business, the same things you do every day, keep doing them, right? And if you're not, if there's no ROI, you also have to level up and reevaluate what you're doing to see if it's not working right. Return on investment. Okay. So if you're not converting, if you're not converting customers, viewer, whatever your goal is for your business, you have to also reevaluate, right? Because sometimes people will continue to do the same thing and nothing comes, like nothing. And it may be something that you just need to tweak. So I think that's why it's always good to have people around you that are doing the things that you want to do. Or similar mindset, because they might be doing something that's working really well and it just needs a minor tweak. That's why I believe in mentors and coaches.
And I was going to,
I believe in mentors and coaches because you don't know what you don't know. And you could be doing something and doing it every day and thinking, this is what I'm doing. I'm being consistent. I'm doing it every day, but it could just be one minor tweak that you need to do, whether it's on your social media, whether it's something that you're saying to a customer or to a business partner, and that might change everything for your business. Now,
for people who are looking, this might sound like a silly question, but you get people that are like, well, you know what? That's right. I want a mentor. How do I find a mentor? So, for people who, let's say, want to be entrepreneurs, what do you think that they should do? Should they reach out to people who are kind of doing maybe what they're doing? Is that,
So I have virtual mentors, meaning I seek out people from afar online and I follow them, I study them. And then I also have people that I've gotten in their inbox. Like you can shadow people and you can also pay for a coach. Now, there's a lot of coaches out here. They're not all great, right?
Okay. Let's keep it real.
You have to have some discernment with that. But I do believe that you have to pay for information sometimes, right? Like you can get great mentors, great coaches, but you have to be resourceful. It's almost the same as like starting a business. You have to have enough oomph to say, okay, I'm going to go get it. And then, you start with step A, B, C, D will come, E will come. People will start coming into your life. When you start moving your feet, things will start to happen.
You're right. And Nikisha says SCORE has good mentors.
Okay.
I don't know SCORE.
I don't either.
Okay, but no, that's more information that I know.
Yeah. Yep.
But I used to always hear that you should have someone that you can go to and say, you know what, how do I do this? Well, I feel like I'm messing up.
Yeah, right? And if it's in your
accountability
partner, and if they're in your industry, the people that are in your industry that you look up to, that you watch, that you study, and so ask. A lot of times people just don't ask.
Right.
So if you don't ask, the answer will always be no.
And like you said, you need to have that discernment because unfortunately, sometimes people in your industry do not want to help you get further because they feel you are competition instead of them, like you said, sowing seeds and giving back and paying forward.
Everybody won't want to. No, they won't. But you'll find the right one.
You'll find the right one. So, yes, I said that too. So I'm glad that was some clarification on that. But I just want to thank you. I know I was late, and I hate being late, people. The traffic was crazy in Palm Beach County today, and I had to take a bath. I was like, Ms. Adrienne's not going to talk about me. And said I came to the house, and I was thinking, nope, no, ma'am, nope. So he said it's a nonprofit organization that assists with small. Okay. Thank you, Keisha. So when, people look back at the video, they'll be able to get the information. But yes, it works.
Yes, it does.
It's programmed for the wraps. And I'm going to definitely make sure I get one because I need to I need a whole body wrap. And she laughs at my pain. Look, who's laughing? I'm going to see who's laughing at me later. But anyway, like I said, I'm happy. And thank you, Keisha. Thank you. I'm just blessed that you gave me the opportunity. She opened up her home to me. And again, People of Power will be definitely doing location videos because, I want to go on people's playground. I want to see how they're living, what they're doing, how they're working. And again, their story. Because you've given me something. You give me jewels. And when people watch this video, they'll see. But it's truly girl power. And I really am into girl power in 2018. I don't care what kind of magic. They say black girl magic. It could be black girl, white girl, Spanish girl, Chinese girl. It don't matter. As long as it's girl power.
Yep.
Because women, we go through a lot. And it's sometimes so hard for us to still be, that mogul or that businesswoman because we're mothers, we're wives. And oh my God, we can be on another hour talking about that. But just to juggle, to do everything and still be on the top of your game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But
you can do it.
But you're wearing it well.
Thank you.
No wrinkles. Maybe because it works.
Yeah. Good face cream.
Yes. But if you have any questions for Miss Adrienne, I'm sure she'll be happy to answer the questions and on her products and her success. So please make sure you go on the People of Power show page and look at the video. It was very inspiring and it's called Be Authentic, the Authentic You. You have to be real to you before you can be real to anybody else.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that was it. So thank you, Miss Adrienne. We'll be seeing more of each other.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, everybody. Good night. See you later. Bye-bye.